Read along with me as I read this short passage aloud. Sophia was a beautiful girl with a beautiful personality. She was never unpleasant. Although she was new to the community, anyone that came into contact with her knew that she was always right about what she predicted. Sophia would always write her predictions on a scroll to make carrying them easy as she took her evening stroll home. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the underlined words on this slide. What do the highlighted words have in common? 1, they have the same meaning. 2, some of them have opposite meanings. 3, some of the words that are underlined have the same pronunciation. And also, some of them have the same spelling. Now let's take a second look at the passage about Sophia. Are there any errors? If you said yes, then you are correct. Today, we are going to learn how, as writers, we can avoid some of these same errors. Synonyms. Synonyms are words that are similar in meaning or mean the same as other words. Let's look at the 2 examples listed below. Infant and baby. If we look at the definition, an extremely young child, we can see that they both mean the exact same thing. As writers, why do we use synonyms? We use synonyms to make our writing more vivid. We use synonyms to create a more intriguing image in the mind of the reader. But most importantly, we use synonyms to avoid using the same words repeatedly. Let's look at some synonym examples. Brave and courageous, sharp and keen, poor and destitute, huge and gigantic, loyal and devoted. Now let's take a second look at a line from the short passage that we read together earlier. Sophia was a beautiful girl with a beautiful personality. When we look at this slide, we can see that beautiful is repeated. How now can we fix this to enhance or improve our writing? One of the ways we can improve this sentence is by looking in the Thesaurus for synonyms or words that mean the same as beautiful. Now, listed below are 3 words that I found: lovely, gorgeous, and attractive. Now you think of 2 words that mean the same as beautiful. Very good. Let's now look at the sentence again, but now with the words we found. Sophia was an attractive girl with a lovely personality. Antonyms. Antonyms are words that are opposite in meaning to other words. Let's look at the 2 words listed below. Adult. An adult is a developed person. Baby. A baby is an extremely young child. One way of improving the sentence is by looking for antonyms of beautiful in your thesaurus. In my thesaurus, I found 2 words that really stood out to me: distasteful and obnoxious. What did you find? Oh, very good. Now let's take a look at the corrections we've made so far. Sophia was an attractive girl with a lovely personality. She was never obnoxious. Homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same but differ in spelling and meaning. Another name for homonyms is homophones. I'm sure that you are familiar with the term. Let's now look at the 2 words that are listed below. Click. C-L-I-C-K. And this word means to make a short, sharp sound. That's something we normally do with a mouse. In literature, we will also refer to click as what? Onomatopoeia. Very good. Let's look now at the second word. Click. C-L-I-Q-U-E. Now this word is spelled differently from the first click, and it means a close-knit group of people. Let's look now at some homonym examples. Facts, F-A-C-T-S, and facts, F-A-X. Whole and whole, W-H-O-L-E and H-O-L-E. Flower and flower, F-L-O-W-E-R and F-L-O-U-R. Now, I've seen this one many times in students' writing, the incorrect spelling of principal, and I understand why. They all sound the same. When you're talking about the principal of your school, you're going to write this one, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, and not P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E. Let's look now at another sentence from the passage we read earlier. Although she was new to the community, anyone that came into contact with her knew that she was always right about what she predicted. Do you see any errors there? If you said yes, then you are correct. What are the errors? If you said K-N-E-W, N-E-W, and W-R-I-T-E are used incorrectly, then you are correct. Let's look now at the corrected sentence. Although she was new, N-E-W, to the community, anyone that came into contact with her knew, K-N-E-W, that she was always right, R-I-G-H-T, about what she predicted. Very good. Homographs. Homographs are words that are spelled the same but differ in pronunciation and meaning. Let's look now at the example below. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Notice that the 2 words below are spelled the same. In fact, they are pronounced the same way. But these 2 words, depending on the context, mean 2 different things. In one instance, it can mean any symbol of the alphabet. And in another instance, it can mean, or it can be, any printed communication sent in an envelope. Now let's look at some homograph examples. Bat and bat, bow and bow, ball and ball, minute and minute. Now let's look at the final sentence from the passage we read earlier. Sophia would always write her predictions on a scroll to make carrying them easy as she took her evening stroll home. Now, if you were not looking at the slide, then you would have automatically assumed that right is actually the correct right. But in fact, it is not. Which right should it be? If you said WRITE, then you are correct. Scroll and scroll, although the words are repeated, they are both used correctly. So no change is needed for those two words. Now let's recap. Using letters A to D from the term box, match each term with its meaning. If you got the following answers for 1 through 4, very good job. Let's now look at another short passage. But this time, you will have to do this one on your own. Dorothy was an attractive young woman with an attractive personality. She was always friendly and never distant. Dorothy often walked along the bank before heading to the bank to deposit her money. The walk added some much-needed peace to her chaotic life. Before arriving at her final destination, Dorothy would stop by the local bakery for a piece of cherry cheesecake. Do you see any examples of synonyms, antonyms, homonyms, or homographs? If you said yes and categorized your answers like this, give yourself a round of applause. You're doing so well. Now let's look again at the short passage about Dorothy. Are there any errors? If so, what are they? Let's look now at the corrections that you would have made. The first thing you would have noted is that PEACE and PIECE are homonyms. And remember that homonyms are words that sound the same, but they differ in spelling and meaning. Peace and peace, they are homonyms, but they are not used in the correct context. So you would have taken both words and you would have switched their position, and it would read as such. The walk added some much-needed PEACE to her chaotic life. Before arriving at her final destination, Dorothy would stop by the local bakery for a PIECE of cheesecake. You should have also noted that BANK and BANK are homographs. And what are homographs again? If you said that homographs are words that are spelled the same but differ in meaning and pronunciation, then you are correct. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Good job. You would have also noted that attractive and attractive are synonyms. And why are they synonyms? If you said they are synonyms because synonyms are words that mean the same, and attractive mean the same thing, then you are correct. How now can we change the word to improve or enhance our writing? One way we can do so is by looking in our Thesaurus for a synonym of attractive. One synonym that I found was enchanting. So let's look now at my correction for this particular one. Dorothy was an attractive young woman with an enchanting personality. And the last thing you would have noted would have been friendly and distant. Friendly and distant are what? Antonyms. Very good. Why are they antonyms? If you said that they are antonyms because they are words that differ in meaning, then you are correct. Let's now look at a word that I found that is opposite in meaning or differs in meaning from friendly. She was always friendly and never hostile.